Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are listening to us. There comes a time when the right decisions must be taken and the right steps must be followed, and in time like this, that is one of those occasions why everybody must sit down, think deeply which way forward and how to know what to do and where to go. It has gotten to that stage in Nigeria now. A lot of waters has passed under the bridge, and having taken the stocks, the Yorubas, the Biafra, and the South people have decided to go their separate ways. Today, I will be dwelling majorly on the Yoruba ethnic nationality in Nigeria, and maybe digress a bit to some other ethnic nationality. But my main topic of discussion this evening is majorly the Yoruba people, how the Nigerian state has impoverished, battered, beaten, shattered the Yoruba dream in the present day Nigeria. Okay, so when a house is scattered, there must be a reason why such houses or house got scattered. So we'll be considering some malfeasance, some wicked acts, some injustice, some denial, some oppression, repression, depression that took place, that is still taking place from 1960 to this stage as touching the Yoruba nation. Okay, if you look at it last time, the Attorney General of the Federation, supposed a law graduate, a master's degree holder, senior advocate of Nigeria, they say, I don't know, comparing the Fulani herdsmen that are killing, raping, maiming, comparing them to the tax-paying electronic, automobile, aviation spare parts seller, comparing them, drawing a parallel. What a provocation. It can't get any worse. These are the things that are setting the country ablaze, bad-mouthing, useless and irresponsible utterances from the northern part of Nigeria is enough to set the nation on a path of conflagration. Last time I was discussing it here when Dambasau, the former chief of army staff, former minister of defense, former minister of interior, when he was drawing a parallel between independent people of Biafra and Boko Haram. How do you compare death and sickness. These are the issues. The Hausa Fulani are the one setting the country ablaze. And the whole country is now engulfed, and still they are not giving up on setting the nation on a path of total escalation and conflagration. Wọ́n ní amúkun ẹrù ẹ̀ yìí máa wọ̀. Ó ní ẹ máa wò látòkè àti ìsàlẹ̀ ní kẹ́ ti máa wò wá. Nigeria from the beginning has been battered. It has been a crooked setup. The intention were fake. The dream were biased dream of robbing Peter to pay Paul. And that is the problem. And the country is years beyond redemption. Look at the advent of Buhari presidency. He promised heaven and earth, $1 to $1, employment for everybody, establishment of cocoa board, empowering the farmer, one meal per day for the student, free education, industrialization, economic recovery, security, defeat of Boko Haram. But this man did not accomplish any of those lofty promises. He was lying in Akure, to Ondo, to Oyo, to Kebbi, to Enugu, to Owerri, to Anambra, to Onitsha, to Lagos, lying everywhere. Manifesto is in the left hand, Fulani agenda in the right hand. At the end of the day, he fell for the Fulani agenda, and the country is now totally consumed with hatred, with hate, with disillusionment. And now everything is beyond control. He gave all the security apparatus, he handed them over to incompetent and illiterate Fulani tribesmen, and they ran the country aground. And now that is where the country is now, and I'm sure it's too late to save Nigeria. Too late to save Nigeria. Too late to save Nigeria. Every country in the world blocked Fulanis, but the Hausas in the northern part of Nigeria allowed them. And now the whole country is in turmoil. The whole country is in turmoil now. Every country in the world gave no chance to the Fulanis, but the Hausas allowed them in our space, and now the country is worse for it, and now the country is 100% broken up. No thanks to the Fulanis. Yorubas, they've gotten to a point of no return, not without a reason. We all saw how Tolulope Oluwatoyin Arotile was brutally murdered in Kaduna. Till today, though the killer of Tolulope Arotile are yet to be brought to book. They are yet to be brought to book. When there are injustices in the land, there can never be peace. So nobody should be surprised why the country is yet to know peace, and the country might not know peace again. Peace has finally taken a flight from Nigeria. May Arotile Tolulope's soul rest in peace. A 25-year-old Yoruba pilot, not just a pilot, military helicopter pilot, was murdered in cold blood by the Fulanis. Till today, we are still seeking justice. And you want peace? No, no peace for the wicked. It is still fresh in our memory how Moshood Abiola was denied of his electoral victory. He was wounded into detention. At the end of the day, the Hausa Fulanis conspired together. They kill him. No compensation, no reward. Everything swept under the carpet. In such a country, there can never be peace. We are all students of history. We all saw how they illegitimately jailed Awolowo for no good reasons, killed his son, Barrister Segun Awolowo. The sorrow was unprecedented. The agony cannot be compared to anything. And still, this man swallowed it, contested for elections on various occasions. He was robbed, humiliated. Till today, Nigeria is yet to recover from this evil. You see, people are asking me, how did we get to this stage? How did it get to a stage that Yoruba are now pulling out of Nigeria? What has happened? So this is just an answer. These are some of the injustice, some of the wickedness done to the Yoruba people. And let me tell you, Yoruba is a global brand. When you get to Brazil, Yorubas are there, Trinidad and Tobago, Uruguay, all the islands in the Caribbean, in South America, they are there everywhere. Cuba, you talk of Barbados, you talk of a lot of Yoruba everywhere. I'm telling you, Yoruba that are in Brazil, Yoruba is an official language. Togo, in Ghana, in Benin Republic. So Yoruba is a global phenomenon. So we cannot just put our heads under the control of any illiterates that does not even belong to the Nigerian space originally, and then be doing yes sir to people that are lesser than us. That is why we got to rule ourselves. You cannot put light under the control of darkness. Anywhere that light is, darkness must disappear automatically. And that is why we are saying Yoruba land has come to stay, because the people has pushed us to this level. There is no other way. We got to go our separate ways, and that is the final. There's nothing anybody can do about it. We have no apology. We hold nobody no apology, and that is the way to go. All right, let's go there. Okay, and if I want to, I have a lot of things to discuss over this topic, but I will just cut it short because the time is not so much for us this evening. But then let's continue a little and see how far we can go. Looking at the menace of the Fulani men, the killing, the raping, the destruction of lives and properties, a lot of things. Look at the killing of Baba Fashona's daughter, Mrs. Olakunrin, for no good reasons. For no good reasons, you cannot live in peace in your space. You are afraid and you think you can forever live under that kind of gruesome condition. This is not possible. Nobody is a slave nowhere. Everybody have got the right to live in peace and harmony. But presently, the Fulani in Aso Rock and the Fulani in Yoruba forest cannot allow this to happen. And we cannot stomach this. We got to move on with our lives. Fulanis are stranger in our space. And if they want to hijack the nation state, we got to set ourselves free. And this is what we are doing. And we got to do it to the end. We got to push it through. Okay. So let's go there. And I want to remind some of us, maybe we've forgotten or we were not yet born when some of these things happen. I want to mention the case of the killing of Colonel Adekunle Fajuyi. Adekunle Fajuyi happened to be a Yoruba military officer from Ado Ekiti State. He was the premier of the Western region, and at the time, General Aguiyi Nrosi visited him in Ibadan, not knowing that the Hausa Fulanis are planning to murder, to kill Aguiyi Nrosi, and they believe in Lagos they could not do that. They have to trace him to Ibadan. And they murder Nrosi, they murder Fajuyi in Lalupon, Ibadan. What offense has Fajuyi committed? Because he told the Hausa Fulanis, led by Buhari, by T.Y. Dajuma, by Abacha, by Babangida, by Muritala Muhammad, by Joe Garuba, a lot of northern Fulani officers, they came to Ibadan. Fajuyi told them, please don't kill this man. He is my visitor. Please, if you want to kill him, go kill him in Lagos or somewhere else so that the Igbos will not think we conspire together to kill him. All his appeal fell on deaf ear. They drove the two of them to Lalupon and they fired them mercilessly till life was snuffed out of the two of them for no good reasons. How do you live under this kind of atmosphere? That Nigeria has even lasted for 60 years is a very big credit to the Yorubas. Left to the Igbos, Nigeria was already consumed, was finished in 1966. But now Yorubas have had enough. They are saying enough is enough. Like the German used to say, Yorubas have the Schnauze voll, so can no longer continue. So these are the reasons, because all these things are for historical purposes, so that when they ask why, what has happened, these are some of the things that has happened, why Nigerian project must be stopped now. If not stopped, no problem, but Yoruba is opting out, and that is irreversible. No matter what happened, that is what is going to be. All right, let's go there, and let's push it further a bit. After Aguiyi Ironsi was killed, normally the next person to take over from him was supposed to be General Babafemi Ogundipe. Babafemi Ogundipe hailed from Agoiwoye in Ogun State. He was an Ogun State general, but once again, he couldn't get enough support from the northern officers to take over the affairs of Nigeria. He was unable to get enough support. At the end of the day, this man was frustrated out, and General Gowon took over. General Gowon was much younger to him then, in ranking, in experiences, in everything. But when a Yoruba general cannot control the boys, then what happened? He got to escape. He escaped for his life. He escaped to London, and he became the Consular General of Nigeria to England. And at the end of the day, this man, one way or the other, he died. That is the treatment method to Yorubas. And they are still doing the same thing. Nothing has changed up to now. A lot of Nigerian Yoruba generals were either frustrated, either demoted, either killed, either jailed, either summarily dismissed from the military services in Nigeria. Okay? So, if nobody is convinced that all these aforementioned reasons are enough to pull down that country called Nigeria, then nothing else in this life will convince you. Even if the enemy, if they erect their mansion on your head, you will still say everything is still okay. But for the Yorubas, they've had enough, because this trajectory is not changing. In the next 50 years, nothing is changing. Okay? And what is the hope for the incoming generations? What is the hope for Yoruba children unborn? What is the plan? What is the expectation of the Yoruba old men living abroad, stomaching winter, enjoying winter every now and then? The winter is unbearable, and they cannot come back home to enjoy some sunlight and see some life, because the home front is not habitable as it is now, and nothing is changing it. All right, so to conclude it, failure of state, failure of leadership, no infrastructure, no electricity, no education, bad economy, no security, Fulani aggression, provocation, all these things are enough to put an end to that satanic experiment called Nigeria. So here I'm going to draw the curtain till I come your way next time. This is Diamond Hills. If you think we are adding value, you can subscribe to this channel and be a member of this Yoruba lovely family. So drop your comment, press the notification bells so that whenever we drop another content, you will be the first to see it. All right. Have a nice evening. God be with you. Bye.